Love and Life, where we have real conversations about love and real life. I'm your host, Tony B, and I have with me my family, my co-host, right beside me, my better half, my baby love. What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
Hello. What's up, boo?
What's
Baby.
All down.
right, on time.
Yeah, I'm wrong for that. Good.
The clock this day finally got it right.
El Boogie in the building, y'all. We gonna get this party started right, just like they got the handshake. Right.
BG is in the building. What she say? Present and accounted for. Present and accounted for. Get at me back, girl. I think I'm gonna do a handshake like LeBron do with everybody. I'm gonna make one up for everybody to remember it. So El Boogie gonna have one, BG gonna have one, and I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be my goal.
But that's gonna be like when we come in a party or something. it won't be in this, but we be out somewhere and we see each other. Yeah, people be like, "Dang, you see how she did?" Blah, blah, blah. That would be slick. That'll be slick.
If I ain't never agree with you on nothing else, I do with that. Lady T in the house, would it be?
You was taking too long. You was taking too long for her.
You know she gonna take over. You know she gonna take over. MB, what's
That's
up?
how you do it.
That's
what's
right.
up. That's how you supposed to do it. Take it too long, huh?
Take it too
You
long.
in the building, huh?
Go MB.
What's up, good looking people? We in the building. Let's get this thing started. Who started it off tonight?
Get it right. We handing it over to L Boogie and BG.
Okay. This is what we're going with tonight, y'all.
Who is that love? No, they got black on. They know them be talking about us.
All right, go ahead. They trying.
Yeah, everybody kind of coordinating.
We old, man. We be old.
But this is what we going with. This is how we're gonna start this party off, y'all. It's
Party time, party season.
it's that time of season. It's prom season, right? It's prom season, and our parents spending a lot. What are y'all thoughts on parents spending a lot, or what are your thoughts on proms becoming too expensive?
They are.
Are they becoming too expensive? Do you think the cost of proms today are reasonable, or has it gotten out of control?
I'm gonna go since we right in the thick of things. Yeah, this our prom. Yeah, I think it's what you make of it. I don't know if that's the right thing. So whatever you decide to spend, because you can say no, I'm doing this. This is my budget, and we sticking to it. Or you could just be like, oh, I'm splurging. This is prom or whatever. So I think for me, I'm kind of. I want them to have, like I was telling B. I said I want this to be a memorable time for him.
Oh, because you all have a prom coming up.
Yeah. Where was you when she just said we will go because it's our time?
Well, I guess I just missed that. Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah, so I'm like, I want him, I want to go all out because I think that this is a memorable time for him. And also, which is kind of like a personal thing for me, selfish of me, is that I did not have a prom. So, because I was fast, I was pregnant, so my high school year, I didn't get to do it. So I'm like kind of living vicariously through both of my kids that did it. So I'm like, I want to give him what he want. Or what you want. So that was another, caveat to the question. Is it really about us or is it really about them? But,
yeah, you
answered it.
Yeah, do you think parents are pressured to go all out for their kids?
Some I probably would say yes, because we all look at social media and we see how people, if you don't give some kids what they want, they blow
Crash
up.
Out.
Don't
Absolutely.
Want this. Oh, they real vocal about you didn't even get me the right car that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think some parents are pressured into doing going above and beyond.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you feel like I'm doing too much?
No, if that's what you want to do it. If that's what you want to do it. I personally would say if your kid has a bad report card or they failing in some sort of way, why are you spending such great amounts of money on a kid that ain't even gonna graduate or go to the next level?
Or don't have any plans for beyond the prom.
Or don't have any plans for beyond the prom. Why are you spending such great money for this boy or this girl to look good and their report cards look terrible?
But they don't even, I know at Drake school, you can't go to prom if you're not passing.
That's good.
Well, that's at his
good.
school.
That's at his school.
Okay.
But
That's a different, that's a different thing, yeah.
some of these other kids, some of these other schools, and I don't know the kid's name or the schools that may be doing that, but if you are a parent that's letting your kid go and your kid is flunking, you are failing your kid as well. Put a standard on the grades, and they must have a passing report card to be able to do these things for you to spend that money. If they failing and you still supporting them, your ass
Defeating the purpose.
you defeating the purpose.
But I will say that this stuff is now. If you in this type of business, you in a good business this time of year because stuff is crazy expensive. Just for a call for what 2 hours?
Most of them is a minimum of 4 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy the amount of money that they want you to pay for that. But you gonna do it because you want your kid to have it, and then soups, even like. And I'm glad I don't have a girl. Just the amount of money we spending on a boy, I'm like, dang, if he was a girl, like
You
even
think it'd have
the
been
soup,
more?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it'd definitely be more.
It seems like the boys are more. I mean, just from
How would you know?
I said it seemed like because the shoes. Because
Right.
matter of fact, I'm gonna let y'all finish. I'm gonna come back to me because this was my question.
yeah.
Come back to me, and I'll voice why I believe that the boys spend more money than the girls.
Never. But go ahead.
Yeah, stuff is crazy.
So I'll put it on the terms of a wedding for me. I put it on the terms of a wedding. I'm not into spending all of the money, whether it's a wedding, prom, a baby shower.
We just talking about the prom.
I'm just giving some examples, a reveal party. I'm just giving some of the examples that I know that people go all out for. And I think it's a waste of money. Now, I'm with Tony B. It's a memorable moment. You want to, give them the highlight, the lifetime, all the glam, the glitz, the lights and cameras and all that. But I'm not going broke over that because then if they going to school, you still got to factor in the money for what comes along with getting them off the car if they going away to college, even if they going to goddamn community college. You still got to factor in what that consists of and focus on that. So, I make sure mine is good, have what she want, but like a vehicle and the all the backdrops and the party favors and the tree. I ain't doing all that.
But what
I
if
don't
she want
believe
that? So you just said you'll make sure she had what she
I don't
wants. But
believe
what
it.
if she wants those things? So is the answer
You're gonna make it happen.
It'll be one of them moments where we gonna have that conversation and I'm gonna break it down to explain to her either you need the gas to get down to where we going for next week because the prom is only one day,
a couple of hours?
couple of hours, and the school is coming within the next month. So either we gonna save this money to get to where we gotta get to, or you gonna put it into somebody throwing a cookie away that I done had your goddamn face painted on. Like it's a waste of money for me. So yeah, I'm don't get me wrong. I'm gonna make sure that I, make it.
You gonna go all out.
I'm not.
I don't believe you, lady.
So I'm like,
MB, let me say this to you, bro. Get ready, cause she gonna have a lavish prom when it's her time. Mama over here trying to save a dollar. No, goodness will.
That baby had a horse at 2 years old. I mean, come on now. And you talking about you ain't gonna do for the prom? I mean, that I can understand some people, but I don't believe you.
Well, I
sorry.
can only show you.
I'm sorry, I don't believe
I
you.
mean, I'm just saying where
And
I'm at.
and yours.
I'm just saying where I'm at right now.
So, but okay. So were you done?
What about what you got, MB? You got something over there?
I say, man, make it happen. Spend that shit. Make it happen. I mean, like you say, man, you want to remember that. That's your last year of this
Phase in your life.
not being grown. You ain't grown. Because that next step, you starting to come to reality that, you into the real world. Like, that's your last year not being in the real world. Because you ain't got no responsibility. You ain't got. So I'm gonna send you off nice. Spend that shit. Because when you go to the reality, you know what? That kid gonna think. Oh, you know
My
what?
mother father wastes all that money. I can't even get my
Yeah.
book that I need for this class.
No.
I gotta go through
They
PayPal.
gonna get them book, but I say spend that shit because I went off. I had me a super when I went. Well, I was fly. I ain't even gonna fake. I was in that super, the new super too. I was in that junk sticking that.
Lord Jesus.
But you weren't spending the type of money that's being spent
Yeah,
today.
it's-
spending
That's a big
thousands of
difference.
dollars.
It's
People
different.
are putting
No, you gotta
you know,
understand
people
that
are
the economy
putting
is
over.
the economy is
I
different.
understand
you
that,
know?
but that's what I'm saying. So right now the times that we're in.
Right.
We talked last week about the times that we're in. So people are spending upwards, $15 and $16 and $20,000 for
prom.
prom.
Not
I
I.
hope they not
for-
spending that much.
For
not that much.
it's
Not
just
for no prom.
it's just so
You
how
gotta
much
you gotta have a limit to it.
right.
You
So how
gotta
much
have a
is too
limit.
much?
I'm not even willing to spend over $3,000, and that's on the high end.
But that's gonna be hard because the
Yes.
shoes,
Come on
these
now,
kids' shoes,
You know the last prom, the
Lady,
last
see a pair of shoes.
gonna cost you $2,000.
With
at least
listen,
1,000. Yeah.
at the end of the day,
So
I'm
don't
not.
do
I'm
that.
not
I
going
say-
broke for no prom. I'm sorry.
We
you
shouldn't,
just-
but people. You got people.
No, you
who-
ain't gonna go
You
broke
got people
for
who living in a apartment for $800, but their child got on $2,000 shoes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that
But
that's
that's
For the
I
prom.
think that
yeah.
that's
So that's
just
what I'm
ridiculous.
saying. Yeah.
to me.
So that was another part of the question because some people really. Like
Can't
some people
afford
have it. Some people have it.
Some people
but
have
some
it.
people
Some
really
people
can't
can't
afford
afford
it, and they are making. I mean, they making waves
Tricking.
to make this stuff happen.
Tricking.
And day to day they can't, afford those things or afford those expenses.
They out there
So-
tricking.
So
That's why I
prom
say you
together.
draw the line. Like I'm not going. If I can't afford it, I'm not going to be
That's
sitting
what
on
they
the street so you
doing,
can go to
shit.
prom.
So, right.
Fly.
Because they struggling with that $800 rent. They
Absolutely.
tricking like a motherfucker.
I
That
ain't
boy
even
got prom
willing to
this
go
year.
spend no money on no vehicle to rent, and it's ridiculous.
I mean, but some of the things that the kids are doing, I mean, people talking about helicopter rides.
Yeah,
and,
I ain't doing
like,
all that.
I mean, it's
It's-
outrageous
it's-
because of we get back to the social media
that's what
craze.
that's what I was about to say. It's
Yeah.
all about the social media.
Then who gonna outdo who?
Who child went viral because they pulled up in this and pulled
Mm-hmm.
up with the horse and carriage, and I mean it's
Man, you
I'm
pull up in the helicopter, it's hard to stop. Man, that's
Stop
shutting
that.
everything down. If you fly in with a damn helicopter, I don't care what you got. You ain't stopping there unless you come in a plane or something. If you pull up in a damn prom in the helicopter, I don't care what you pull up in.
oh that's going viral.
That is gonna shut everything
If they
down.
can even do it, you got to be in a location where you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just dumb. Just dumb.
So what
Stay
you,
woke, folks.
So
They
what you-
people
what
need
you
to stay
think?
woke. Spend all
What you
that
think,
unnecessary
Elbert?
money.
Well, I don't.
I mean,
think,
I think you gave some.
I don't think that you should. I think you should be able to have a conversation with your child and let them know. Listen, this is just we not doing this for other people because that's what it ultimately come down to. People go out and spend all this money to show off for other people, and then when the bills need to be paid, them other people that you was trying to impress. Laughing at your ass. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to sit down with your child, say, look, you going to look good. You know what I mean? Rent you a suit or find you a nice little suit from Macy's. We're going to make it look good.
I don't know about all that.
Look.
You gonna get a suit made, man.
Huh? Why can't you?
Go off the rack for prom.
Why can't you? I
But
mean,
that's just my thing.
I mean, cause you can make a Macy's suit look good with some Louis Vuittons. They don't know where the suit from.
I got you with that.
You know what I mean? They don't. I mean, because at the end of the day, all they gonna be looking for
It's your
boys.
shoes.
It's all about the shoes. The suits, because you
But
could go.
you can tell her off the rack suit.
You
So,
can get
I
it
mean,
off
but-
the rack
but-
suit, don't get it tailored
But you got
to
even
to
off the
get-
rack, you can get it tailored. But most of these little boys, when they get in their suits, they going like the H&M. So the suits, maybe Hugo Boss, something like that. Not, I mean, Hugo Boss decent, but you can get a decent suit. It's for these youngers. It's all about the shoes.
I like to see the youngers in nice shoes. I ain't the last couple of proms I've been to, I seen the youngest with like tennis shoes. It's cool. Man, I want to see that real dress down good look. That's what I want to see. That's when they look sharp, man.
But I think the problem with that, I ain't gonna say the problem with that is, it's like even the NBA players, the NFL players, they in the suits, but they got on tennis shoes. I mean, you see it on, you see the people on the news. I mean, they in suits. The shoe is comfortable. I mean, it's just a more casual, comfortable look. So they gonna wear the tennis shoes. But I do understand what you're saying. Having on some flower, some tie ups.
I know Stacey Adams.
So yeah.
Nah, I'm talking about some mean
I know
red
what
bottom
you're
tie ups. Some I mean, you got Ferragamos, you got Louis, you got all of that type of stuff.
You still talking about
Money,
right?
But that's the thing. You gonna spend, like I say, you gonna spend some money, but you gotta also, if you have the money to spend, I think you should spend it, but not go overboard with it. Even if you got the money, I don't think you should go overboard with it. You should. I think your outfit shouldn't be more than
I wouldn't put a
$2,000. It should be a limit.
The thing about it is you want to look good, right? Everybody want to look good, but it's all of the extra stuff that go along with it.
Right.
So it's all of the the parties and, like you said, all of the extra.
The renting the halls and the balloons and the
flowers,
cameras. I mean,
the
everything.
helicopters.
I mean, if you come in a helicopter, you have a damn sweatsuit on. I don't care
I'm
what they
just
say.
saying.
If you fly up in the prom and the
I
helicopter,
mean, it's all of
you
the
have a
add-on
sweatsuit
stuff
on.
that
telling
actually gets expensive. Now, some of the dresses and the gowns and stuff that they are having made, yes,
That could be pricey.
those things are
I think I
pricey,
had to
but
sum my
it's
daughter
all
up
of the
top to
other
get that
add-on
dress,
stuff.
man.
But yeah, I just think it should be a limit to, especially if they're not deserving of it.
Especially if they're not.
But there is life after the prom.
Absolutely.
Is what I say.
And then
And I get.
But
And I ain't
But
taking
I-
nothing
and
away
I'm
from, because I'm with you. Again, we got the kids, they do good in school. That's the benefit of the doubt for me. If you not giving me no problems, I'm gonna make you happy based off of your requirement, what you're asking. But I tell you, I'm not going broke. I'm not doing broke. I'm not doing it at the end of the day.
I'm not gonna go broke, but a lot of times, and I always tell B this, I say when we do things, that's just like any outside of prom. You do stuff for your kids, or you have them experience stuff. Now, so when they get older, they'll know how to give themselves those those type of things. Like for this suit, I want them. Okay, this you gonna have you not getting off the rack. You gonna get the tailor-made suit.
Right.
So this is gonna be your experience. Now this is what you do when you go to these type of events. You get older. This is what you experience.
That's what you try to instill in them.
So that's what I mean. Yeah, I may go overboard, but I always have an ulterior motive for stuff. Like when we anything like experience different
it's a teachable
places,
moment.
restaurants, things like that. So he won't feel like if he meets some girl, I always be like, if a girl treat him this way, he'd be like, all right. Like I've done those type of things, so none of that stuff is new to me. You know what I'm saying? So I want him to be able to have that stance as he
get older. Get older.
Yeah.
and one more thing for me, as far as with the vehicles, they going all out with the the Bentleys and the Ferraris. For me, I wouldn't mind having that, but I know I wouldn't be able to rent it and drive it. Anything you rent like that, you're going to have a driver. I want to drive to the prom. I want to pull up in something fly myself. So if it got to be...
You're not going to the prom.
He's talking about if he was in the
I'm-
prom. I mean,
I know I'm not
if he
going
was going to the
Yeah,
prom.
He's not going to the prom.
But I'm just saying, if I was these youngers, they be
I
they be
don't
one of them
want
cars.
nobody to drive.
I want to pull up in something. So if I pull up in that Bentley, I want to be able to drive it.
But that's part of the experience.
that we
Most
have.
people, now people are driving Bentleys, but when you have money, you
have a
have a driver. Like,
Well, I don't want no driver.
That's
But y'all old
I
school.
ain't gonna have
Y'all
no damn
old
drive.
school.
I don't give a fuck how much money. I'm gonna be driving that mug.
Oh, you
I'm not having
gonna
no
pull a
drive.
Tiger Wood, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna be driving my damn self around. Shit,
right.
ain't no damn
They
drive.
end up out the country
I
trying
got
to
a
get some
driver.
help.
Well, I got a driver now, and I don't have a Bentley.
Yeah.
You do too.
Like,
Shit, all y'all got
you
drivers.
got a point. When
Exactly.
you got money, like you rarely see people who got money driving.
Look,
and
that's them. I'm gonna be driving.
Right.
Goddamn.
yeah, so if you gonna give the experience, I mean,
Give it,
give the experience. And I'm not saying go out here and go broke. Like
Right.
I still say, there is a limit to it all. But
I think
you
that's
know,
a
but
This-
I don't
this
have
know
I don't
when-
have a,
when
if I'm
I-
gonna get a car, whether I can drive it or whether I gotta, if I'm gonna get a car, I'm gonna get a car. So it don't matter whether I can drive it or I got a chauffeur. So it's
This
And then
this
that's-
let
If I'm
y'all
spending
know when I get it all the way, I'ma be driving. Simple point blank. Don't think if I pull up and say we going somewhere, you got a driver. Hell no, I'm gonna be behind the wheel.
well, you can drive me. I don't have a car.
Now for me, I may be driving, but it depends on where I'm going. If I know I'm gonna be drinking, I'm gonna have me a driver if I can afford it. So I mean, that's,
Well, when I
that's
went to the prom, I was in an Impala Super Sport.
Better than
1994.
better than what I was in.
Lord.
I don't want to talk about. I don't even want to talk about it. Lord, have
that
mercy.
might be like a male thing that they want to drive because that's what that one of ours thought he was going to be doing. I said, no, I'm not. And first of all, if you get one of those type of cars, the insurance to let somebody drive that age, you're going to be paying more for that than you paid for the car. So no, you could get this type of car, but you're going to have a driver.
Exactly. You ain't
So,
driving
yeah.
this.
Yeah, no, and I don't want to be responsible. I'm not getting a car like that
That you
and
can't
have
afford.
a teenager drive and take that type of change.
Yeah. Because they're going to want to see how fast it goes.
Yeah, nope. Nah,
They're
you
going to
have
want to see
drive.
this.
All right, I think
That was
we.
good.
Yeah, I know it's prom season. I had that for the. Because I know they going all out.
Yeah, y'all hurt, y'all hurt my feelings with that too.
What?
Especially when y'all start talking about that car part. But I'm gonna get y'all later. That's wrong. That was some. But I'm like,
I love you.
hold up. No, I know you didn't. Guess what you got?
Well, when we went to our prom one year, we went in one type of car and came back in a different type of car. We only had it for an hour to get there.
But yeah, that's how far we've come.
Yeah,
To
so-
where they getting drivers. Shit, I had to drive myself and I was a girl.
But look, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Was the AC working?
Oh my! Let's be clear. Wait a minute. Let's be clear. I graduated in 1995. The Impala Super
95
Sport
or
was
94.
brand new. Wait a minute. The Impala Super Sport that had just came was brand spanking new. Came out in 1994. So it was the shit back then.
That SS.
That joint in there was sitting straight up, and we went to
Downtown.
we went downtown.
My father still had that car.
That car was the shit back then, but I'm
Yeah,
just
it was.
saying, at the end of the day, I had to drive
That's
myself.
still that's
Better
gonna be
than
one
what
of them
I
classic
rode in.
jokes.
It's a classic. He still got it.
It's gonna be a classic in
Let's
another
move
few
on.
years.
All right.
Who next?
What we got next? What we got?
Oh, was us next?
Go MB.
What you got? What topic y'all got for the people, for the good looking people out there?
Man, I got one for y'all, man.
That's
Is y'all
beautiful.
ready?
Yeah.
We ready.
Drum roll.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. You better be ready.
We was ready.
Go MB.
What did you find challenging about your childhood? It's 2 parts, y'all, about your childhood, and how did you overcome it?
I ain't find nothing challenging about my childhood.
Challenging?
Challenging about my childhood. I ain't find, as long as I was with my grandparents, I was good. Now the other parts, oh man, I could be here till tomorrow if I talk about
So
that.
that was challenging.
But you
Okay, well that was challenging if you want to put it that way. But for the most part, I was with my grandparents and I had a good time. I was there with them.
Maybe that ain't the question. What did you find challenging about your childhood?
And how
And
you
how
overcome
did you
it?
overcome it? I guess Tony B is the reason how you overcame your, cause you.
No, I'm really having to pass on that because only thing challenging about my childhood, I didn't have my father until I was about 16. I knew who he was. He was in and out of prison, and I was with my grandparents the majority of the time. You know what I mean? I saw my mother some days, but being with my grandparents was a blessing.
So that was the challenge. How did you overcome it? Not having your
parents.
father,
Your father.
present in your life.
Well, shit, I had my grandfather. I was living. I was there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I knew who my father was. You know what I mean? Again, in and out of prison, so it was like, all right, again. But so I had the best grandparents in the world. Now, as an adult, I've often thought about that. Wow, where would I be if it wasn't for them? Yeah.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
that's my overcoming that challenge. You know.
I'm trying to think.
Come on, time is
You
ticking.
can go for
Time
No, I'm-
is
listen, I'm-
ticking.
yeah,
Time
I'm-
is ticking.
That's you
Time
telling me
is
asking me to go
ticking.
back to childhood. Go ahead. You
Go L Boogie.
I don't want to sound like I was privileged. I don't know if I really had no challenges.
Oh my God, these people up here is not in
No,
real.
no,
Hey,
I'm
scare me.
talking. No, we talking
Scare
about
me.
me. We not talking about you. We talk about.
These people in here in La La Land.
I grew up the baby of my siblings. I had both parents in my household. They showed me love. I mean, I guess the only challenges, if I had challenges, is probably just growing up in the streets. And I'm not gonna say that was I don't know if that was a challenge. That was more of a choice. And overcoming it was just, getting older and being wiser and knowing I didn't want to go to jail for the rest of my life. But honestly, I didn't really have no. I think I kind of had a good life as a child. I really kind of feel like I had a good life.
That's what's up.
I mean, you sound like you upset that I had a good life.
I ain't upset. I just said that's what's up.
Damn.
I think because it's
for
our
you.
question, but I'm just gonna
You
speak
gotta
on.
wait. You gotta wait.
I think that, and is we have these conversations. I think that when you are living in the now, you lose
Suppress.
sight. You suppress and you lose sight, and there's nothing wrong with that because if that's your method of coping, that's fine. But it may come out in your actions, and you don't even realize that. Hey, I went through this. I went through that. And this affected me, and not on. It's just putting it in the back of your mind.
So
Exactly.
so what I was sitting over here thinking about. So when you say challenges, because I've had traumatic situations or traumatic things, and so do you consider those challenges? Like your day-to-day challenges. I'm trying to, because I don't want to
to go to.
Right. So, challenges for me.
Well, we didn't pose it as trauma because, again, that could be 2 episodes. Because I don't think that any of us have been exempt from trauma, childhood trauma, just from knowing our stories. So we said challenges just because, just not to, it could be a long show. So just trying to sum it up as minute as possible.
I think that if I had to say that one of my challenges was that I was too overly shy and very what's the word I want? Very sensitive, overly shy, sort of naive in a lot of ways. And so that was a challenge for me because people saw those traits and they sort of abused those traits in me. And so, so I wasn't very vocal. I was, like I said, I was shy. I wasn't really outgoing or any of that stuff. So those were some of my challenges. I didn't, I was kind of an introvert. How did I overcome that? So I did a lot of other, my mother, my parents tried to help me overcome some of those things by enrolling me in the dance classes and the singing lessons and all of that stuff. I even though I was shy and I had a voice and I could sing, I was afraid to. Like I wasn't like I wanted to really stand in front of people and do that. But so I got involved in some of those things, and then I started to come out of my shell, and so I would say that some of those things, and then as I got older and life experiences and stuff like that helped me to overcome some of those challenges. I had to make some changes, but I think for me that was some of the biggest challenges that I had personally. Is that I was kind of timid and shy, and like I said, people tried to take advantage of that, not knowing that it was another side of that. So
good answer. Go, Tony B.
So when you say childhood or
whatever
you can do childhood, teenage,
whatever bracket that you feel comfortable in.
But
taking your challenge.
Really separate like a challenge for me. Like I know you said don't go to trauma, but when you have I call big C, little C, big C trauma, which I had that I feel like made me not be the person, turned me into a person that I wasn't my authentic self because I had to put up a different, what you call it? I don't want to say personality.
Facade.
When you have
a person who you present.
Person because that's the person that can cope with what you've been through. So because the real you can't deal with it. You got to create this person that's gonna be able to navigate what you've been through. So being in those situations where I experienced trauma like that, and I may have touched on it in previous episodes of not being protected as a younger child and going through that and being hurt. I created this person, and I ain't just. And some people and people probably said that I had to act like I didn't give a, because that's what I had to be. In situations like that, I ain't care. Or I was this person where people felt like I didn't care, but I wasn't. That's not who I really was. And it wasn't until I got to an adult person where I had to go back and heal from that and work work and still doing the work of being like, now you safe. Lord Tony B, you safe. You don't have to be that person no more. You don't have to be the person that I don't give a fuck about this person. I'm going to treat this people like this. I don't have to be that person no more because you safe. So you can be who you are now. Mm-hmm. So that's how I dealt with it, creating this different person. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I never really spoke on a lot of this, but you know, Ty probably know. My challenge was as far as love. You know, I always like challenge that if my mother really loved me. You know, because I always was into things and she never was there. So that was my challenge, was about love. But as I got older, I kind of understand it because it was more of her had to sacrifice to make sure we was good. And that's why she couldn't be there all the time. And that was my challenge, was love. But now I understand it because she had to do them things, to miss out on things to make sure, you know, all us was good. And that was my challenge right there. But I overcome it as I got older and started to understand it. So that was mine.
And that, go ahead. I know you didn't get a chance to go.
You can go.
But you touched on this earlier when you said that things that happen to us as we grow up, and things happen to us as a child, and then we grow up and we act a certain way because we not connecting the dots, and we have how we relate to people. Like I had to, part of when I say I did the work is how I deal with relationships. Because of how I grew up and what I went through, I discovered that my relationship type, because we all have one, is that I'm very avoidant. I'm a very avoidant, dismissive type person. Like I need, and B can attest to that, I need time where it's just me. And I just need to just be by myself and just be silent. Like we could be real close with men, and I'm close and we talking all the time and this and that, but I know I get like I start backing away. And that's within not even him. That's just like with any relationship. Like I might be like,
We know.
That's just who I am. It's just,
We know.
Part of that, like we be real girl, we talking, and it's just like something, and I just be like, I need this. I need some time because that's just how I deal and go about in the world. And I didn't even realize that until I started studying and doing the work and say, oh, that's why I act like that. Because of what happened to me, and now that I grow up, that's how I move about in all my relationships. I feel like, okay, I'm close, but then I still feel myself pulling back. So, yeah.
And see, that's a lot of things like we don't understand as like people judge their parents about certain things. People don't know the challenges that they went through to get to where they had, because I always said it's not written in a book how the way to be a parent. But even with my father, I was like, with this dude, I was like, this dude don't love him. But I had to realize like they lost both of their parents at a young age. So they really didn't know love like that because they end up going with their grandparent, and it's like it's a different. It's like like when we was like growing up, and I was like, man, you know, y'all know my last name, their last name, their grandparents different, but it's like they have a problem with them, and I always used to wonder, like, damn, why do they have so much of a problem with their grandparents' side of the family, and they took y'all in when y'all parents died, and it was so much that went on, and that kind of helped me understand his situation. Like, wow, that's why he couldn't really get that love, because he ain't never had it. So you guys, sometimes people just gotta take that step back and be like, you know what? I'm gonna give my parents grace. They did the best that they can do because that's all they really know.
Right.
So that was my biggest challenge.
I think for me, my challenge was as a child, and I'm gonna go back to young, 7, 8, just being very hostile, very angry and aggressive, and just saying what I had to say at any given time.
That was a challenge for you. Seemed like it was easy.
It was easy, but then as I grew, started being around folks and evolving in myself, learning and life, and it wasn't so much as me figuring out how or thinking that I had to dim my light, or changing who I am as an individual, but I conditioned myself to have levels of it, to know when to bring it out. But I've realized that was my coping mechanism based off of what the environment that I was in, the household that I was in. Me feeling like I have to be this certain type of way because I didn't see people that were near and dear to me stand up for themselves in such a way. Mm-hmm. So I took on that. And that was challenging to me because when I became a mother, when I became a wife, it was like, bring it down. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be that person. Mm-hmm. As Tony B said, you build up this fake, and I'm not even gonna say it's fake. You build up what you need to do to cope at that time, mm-hmm. and just realizing that I'm safe. I can be good because I have somebody that is there for me, genuinely love me, care for me, my children. Everything that has happened in current time is like I can humble myself and just be not so rah. Everything that happens doesn't need a reaction to certain things. So that was what I had to, how I overcame, and it helped with some therapy, but overall, being on a spiritual tip and really understanding, and then watching other people and understanding, that helped me overcome that.
Yeah, that's good. And we can move on, but I agree totally with what Mike said about allowing, your parents' grace or whatever. But for me, but I feel like, I had to make a decision, and I think we talked about this. We had to both make a decision because we found ourselves starting to repeat what we saw. Mm-hmm. And it's like when we had to make that decision, and I was like, you know what? I don't want that. I do not want that. I experienced enough of that dysfunction as a child that I got. I know that you did the best that you could do with what you knew. So I'm going to give you that grace. Absolutely. But for me,
that's not how I want it.
Yeah, that's not what I want my child to see.
And I think that all of us, I can say that about all of us because we have, experienced some things that we saw in our family dynamics that wasn't so healthy, and as you said, it molded us. I know for me, there are certain things like I'm just like, if we gonna be in this together, we gonna do this way. This is how we gonna move. I'm not tolerating this. I don't expect you to tolerate that. So yeah, just some of those things, breaking those cycles because
and it's work. Believe me,
it's work. Yeah.
That's why people take.
And it's easy. It's very easy to repeat, right?
Yeah,
you don't even realize. You like, oh, wait a minute, So it's very because it's embedded.
Yeah, that's why I said you took it up right on my mouth. But yeah, it's easy, and people always say, "Oh, I'm breaking generational curses." It's work to do that. Yeah, it's work, and like you said, you don't even realize. Like you said, BG, you will just repeat something because it's in your makeup. It's being who you are. So you have to be conscious of, hey, I'm doing this a different way. So that's why I say it's hard. It's like intentional every day. You making a choice that this is not what I want.
Yeah.
This is what I want. But okay, our last question for us. You want to say it? You want me to say it?
Do.
All right, we taking a different twist. We
All
go deep on it. All right, what would you like the younger generation to learn from your marriage, your relationship? What do you want them to take from it? Or look at you and say, yeah, basically what I just said. What would you want the younger generation to see and learn from you?
I'm gonna go on this one, y'all.
But it's
No, I know they gotta go, but I want to go first.
Oh wow! Let him go. Please let the man go.
Let him go.
I'm gonna follow suit.
No, go.
Go ahead, brother.
Nah,
Go,
y'all
brother, big
I'm
go.
gonna go like, go ahead, BG.
Oh wow. From my relationship, that it's possible. Love is possible, and having a partner or somebody that truly loves you and a lasting love is possible. A lot of people don't believe that, black love exists or that it will last, but it can. And like you said, with work, just showing up every day and meeting them halfway. I mean, the 50-50, I believe in 50-50 too, except when it comes to
Not
cooking and
70-30.
laundry.
Not 60-40.
But yeah, black love does exist and it can last. It's all in what you make it. It's all in what you put into it. Anything that's going to yield a benefit, you have to pour into it, right? You have to put some work into it, but you definitely it definitely can last. So I hope that people can take from what we've built from, and I believe that you don't have to be 30, 40 years old to know and understand that this is somebody that I want to spend the rest of my life with, or that, you got to sow your royal oats and be free till you're 50, to make a decision. So just know that love can last forever. It doesn't have to fade.
I'm going to say to the younger generation, if you see me and my wife, don't think that it was easy. I mean, because, our kids, even when we was going through, our kids was, or not, I'm not going to even say when we was going through, our kids' friends see us, and they always like, we want to be just like y'all, Ma. Or, they call her Ma, they call me Pops. We want our relationship just like y'all's. And you don't know half the shit we've been through, so you got to be careful what you ask for. You know what I mean? It's not easy. You know what I mean? It's not easy. It's gonna be work. Like she just says, it's work. I mean, nothing that is successful is easy.
Right.
Nothing that successful is easy.
That's a good way.
And he not lying. When we were going through, at the time that we were going through, the kids just didn't understand. They was like, where did this come from? Because, we didn't share with them. They weren't privy to, we tried to make sure, like some of those cycles, that the kids weren't exposed to what things we were experiencing, the issues that we were actually experiencing. So they were like where this come from? Like, what is this?
Yeah, my son was in his 20s, and he was like, I've never seen y'all argue. I mean, because we really didn't argue a lot, though. We really didn't. But they, they just when they got in relationships, they would be arguing, and they done had more arguments in their first relationship than they done seen us have in 20 years.
That's true.
You know what I mean? They just didn't see it, but the younger generation from our relationship is hard work. It's hard work, but it's if you put the work in, it's worth it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go.
And I'm sorry. Love the way that you want to be loved.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a good one right there.
right.
That's a good
You know,
one.
you can't expect a certain level of, love to receive a certain level of love, and you're not willing to give it. So I love the way that I want to be loved.
That's a good one.
That's a good
Obviously,
one.
before y'all go, I was going to just make a comment on what El Boogie was saying about they never really, seen you all. And I was like, where did that come from? So, because I always research topics. So I just happened to ask, with this particular topic, I was like, I'm just going to ask Dre, if somebody was to ask him about his parents' marriage, what would he say? And then he was like, how he started off? Anyway, the gist of it was one of the things that he said was that
Never seen us argue.
I've never seen you guys have an argument. I've never seen you argue. I don't know if that was by design, but I've never seen it. And then for me, he don't know how much that just warmed my heart because that's what I wanted for him. And then, not to say I don't want him to understand that relationships have problems because they do, but I didn't want him to see what I saw when I was growing up. So when he said it, I was like, when he left, I was be like,
Thank you, Lord.
We did good.
right. That just reminded me of that when you said that. But that's just something that you want to set an example.
Yeah.
So when he get into his relationships, he can be like, well, when I was born, I ain't never see my father disrespect my mom, whatever. So that's what I strive for. So I was kind of, it got me.
No.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
All right.
Well, for me, unfortunately, I also seen us argue.
Yes, she has.
I also seen us argue, but I think what I would want the younger generation to see or know that it is what you make it, right? When you with your person, just having a real understanding and respecting that person, understanding and having a clear vision of this person that I'm with and is not perfect, and neither am I. And knowing that mistakes are going to come about, you're going to agree to disagree. But most of all, if you love your person, have fun. Like, it's okay to smile. It's okay to joke. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be mad and then be happy, because you're going to have, outside of your relationship, life is going to be life. And so you could come home with the expectations of being good, and whatever you were exposed to outside of that can affect what you have. So just understanding that it is it's work, but it can be great if you make it great. And have fun, like joke, laugh, Just this morning, we was joking. He was saying something. He's making me move slow. I wanted to go do this, and he taking his time and doing that. And he was like, "Girl, go fix your lash. Your eyelash falling off." And I was so heated, but all I could do was laugh in the moment, because I look up and the whole damn lash in my eye. So, like, have fun. Like, life is not promised to any of us. You don't know when you going to go or when your spouse going to go. Enjoy that person. Love up on that person. Give them what you can give them, because tomorrow is not promised.
True indeed.
Dang, you
don't have nothing else to say.
You hit a home run with that. Nah, what I was gonna say, that I would want the young people to look and see, like you said, have fun with one another. Be faithful to one another. Love one another. and put God at the top of all of it, and it's gonna work itself out.
That's right.
It's gonna work itself out.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
That is
Well, I
real.
guess that leaves me last but not least.
I ain't go, but go ahead.
Okay.
Could I interrupt B real fast?
What's that?
Because I'm just sitting here listening. And I think the root to a lot of this stuff, especially when we talk about relationships, I think we have to really, really dig in when you're in these relationships. You got to get counseling because there'd be so many deep-rooted things why when people get to arguing or they have problems. I mean, because like I say, we've had our problems, but when it comes to arguing, Lady T looked at me like I was crazy, and we're gonna talk about this off camera because I'm trying to figure out what she know I don't know. Where I didn't, I really feel like I really had a good life where you have other people. They didn't have that good life when they were younger. So when they grow older and they get in relationships, you have these two different people that don't know how to connect. That's where all them arguments come in at and all that type of stuff. So I think just to, let you go, B, but I think counseling, we got to get counseling in these relationships. I think it's important to get to the root of why we arguing so much. Because people shouldn't really be arguing. I mean, we're going to have disagreements, but that's what they should be. They shouldn't be arguments. We shouldn't be hitting each other upside our head because you said something and I ain't like the way you said it. You know what I mean? You my wife, you not my daughter or my child where I should be putting my hands on you. You know what I mean? Because that burns me up with these guys whipping these women, and I don't want to go. I hate to go.
I know.
But some just came to me, but some came to me. They said a young lady showed me something today where I think it might have been, I don't know what state it was in, but she was the first black mayor and her husband killed her.
I seen that.
I'm going to do some research on it. It's one of these, Florida or something. But, I mean, go ahead, B.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I
B.
saw that.
I seen
That's
But
crazy.
a lot of times that's something within that person, man.
But that's where the counseling come in. That's what I'm talking about. It's some
I don't even
deep,
think the counselor help
Well, the
this
thing,
week, brother.
and we won't get
Yeah,
into
that's a
because
different show.
it's a whole
We need to
different show
explore
because
that.
it's more than it's other things,
Yeah,
right?
we
It's
just
traumas, it's things that people have gone through in their lives that make them react in certain ways. So
Yeah, behold for one
Yeah.
second. All brothers, bring that camera, little coach. This for all. I hate to use the
My
word,
bad.
the N-word jokers that kill women. You are weak. Look at me. You are weak.
yeah,
You is weak, man. All mothers that do that, you is a weak individual. You got a problem, come see me. You weak.
No, that's right. Oh, weak ass nigga. Yeah. Well, I would say this. If you're looking at the Love and Life podcast, you're looking at three couples who have great stories that you can learn from. You can find love early in life. There they are, the prime example. You can find love in your 20s in life. You know what I'm saying? You can find love in your 30s in life, but finding love and making it work. Don't let nobody tell you, oh man, you should do this, you should do that before you get married. But if you found that one person that you know that you want to spend the rest of your life with, I don't care if you're 19 and 20 years old. If that love is for you, make it work. Find a way to make it work. Because really nowadays, ain't nothing out here, man. Ain't nothing out here but some trouble sometimes. You know what I mean? And the way what is it? The CDC? Man, they got some high numbers. So if you can get you somebody that you can settle down with and be in love with and raise a family, all that together, do it. Don't wait till you a certain age, because some of these old dudes now or older people now going through, they don't have nobody, ain't no good men out here, ain't no good women. Shit, when you had the good ones in your life, you played around and lost it. Don't fuck around and lose a good thing. Get married young.
Well, dang.
To the right one,
Right,
though.
to the right one. And
To the right one. Not anybody.
To the right, not
The right
anybody.
one.
To that right one, that special one.
I don't have y'all. I agree. Y'all, everybody made some excellent points, and I'm not going to repeat. Only thing that I can say for the younger generation is marriage. I'm just talking about marriage. It's hard. You gonna go through tough times. Don't be so quick to give up.
Yeah.
Don't be so quick to give up, because, and L Boogie said this when he was giving his take on it, is you gonna go through things in life.
Yeah.
You're meant to go through things with your person. I've talked about this before. Your person is your mirror. The person that you decide that God put in your life, God put that person in your life for a reason to help you work on things. Some of the things that I've learned to grow from was because of him. The mirror. Now it's not good. Just be smiling because some of it wasn't good. But you expose people. You expose things in a person, like you could. My triggers was a result of him, so I was able to be like, I'm reacting like that. Why am I like that? So I learned to grow from those things. So all that said, don't be so quick to give up. You're going to go through things in life. But if you are, let me say this, marriage can be a beautiful thing. If you are intentional about putting in the work and choosing every day to get up and say, this is my person, and I'm going to do what I have to do to make this work.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's my spiel.
All right.
And let them know what to do, L Boogie.
Like, subscribe, and share. Listen, y'all watch this podcast. It's free. You know this podcast is free. When you hit that like button, that's free. That don't cost you nothing. When you hit that subscribe button, that's free also. Take all but 3 seconds to do all 3 of those things, man. Show your love. Show your love for L Boogie, for the rest of this podcast, this Luv Life podcast. Show your boys some love. Like, subscribe, and share.
Absolutely.
Leave us a comment on what you think. Free.
And all, like you say before, what you comment on, it may be the next topic.
Yeah. Leave us a comment. Your
We'd love
topic.
to hear from you.
Your comment might be the next topic, and we might even, if you want, we might even share your name.
We might bring you on.
Yeah, we might even bring you on. But you have to like, subscribe, and share.
Follow us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, how can that? Hold up, Tony B. How can they follow us, Tony B? How can they follow us?
On social, Instagram,
Okay.
Facebook.
YouTube.
We're not on TikTok and YouTube.
And how can they hear us?
And they can
Spotify,
also,
Amazon.
Spotify, Amazon. So because you may not
YouTube.
be, yeah, we got to make sure because some people are more listeners than
Watchers.
the YouTube. So if you're a listener, listen to us on Apple, Spotify.
Okay.
Amazon.
And do you want to see these pretty women and these handsome guys? Catch us on YouTube and make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
And on that note, family.
Peace.